a few of these names that I recognise from the meetings that we've just had this morning as well. So really good to see you guys. I'm just going to give it one more minute and then I'm going to start. Sarah's asking, do we have to get supplies or do we get them ourselves? A little bit of both, really, Sarah. We will provide you with the basic stuff in the classroom. And I will show you a little bit more about that as I tour around the classroom in a few minutes. We do expect people to provide things like their own glue sticks and that kind of thing, but we can sell you them at much better prices than you get in the shop because we buy them in bulk. But you don't worry about buying anything for September because we'll go through all that when oh yeah, definitely definitely bring biscuits, all that kind of thing. Right, okay. Oh gosh, there's a lot of people suddenly appearing now. Good grief. I think a coach party's just arrived. Right, I am going to start. So, welcome everybody. My name's Helen. I am the graphics teacher here at Ashton Sixth Form, and I'm just going to guide you through the introduction to graphics. I really wish you were here with me. We've all been saying this morning that I really wish you were all here, but we've been COVID again, haven't we? So I will show you around the classroom as much as I can, and then I'm going to talk through the course a little bit, and then I'm going to talk you through a task that we think, well, I think it will be really good for you over summer. Okay, so we've got a lot of people just admitted there. Right, so I am going to walk around the classroom now. I'm going to try and do this as slowly as possible. Sorry if it goes a bit laggy. This is being recorded though, so you will be able to look at this again. Malcolm is on the chat, so Malcolm will tell me if I go a bit weird, then Malcolm will tell me. So I'm now going to do this with my screen, and I'm going to turn it round. So Malcolm, you have to holler on the audio if it goes a bit weird. So, right, what can we see first of all? So this is, can you see that, Malcolm?
Yeah, nice and slow.
Brilliant. Okay. So this is the graphics classroom. It's quite new. We've only been in here a couple of years, and it is a really lovely big space. So I'm just going right the way around. First thing you might notice is all these fantastic computers, and they are so brilliant. We've got really big screens. We've got amazing software on them. We have got Photoshop. We've got all the Adobe programs. And can I just remind you as well, you get those free with college. So if you're just about to go and splash out on a big Adobe subscription, hang fire, because you will get that free from college for the 2 years when you are here. So hopefully you can see some work on the walls. I'll come back to that in a little bit. First thing people usually say to me is it all computers? No, it's not. I'm going to show you now some other bits. So here is a timeline, and this is what my students were doing last week. It's not all about remembering dates and names. We were just doing this to get an idea of where our influences come from. So we've got all sorts of props and things that we might use when we're taking photographs. This is a really important word. Ask questions. If you have any questions now, please put them in the chat. This is some of our social media, and we have something called the graphics blog. So you probably know now, if you've been on an art talk this morning already, all the art subjects have blogs, and that's where we put all our work. We've got books here, so if you need inspiration, you can look at books. Through there, that is photography through there, and I'll show you that in a minute. This is where you store all your sketchbooks, the drawers and the shelves here. And this is a little mini studio. Hopefully you can see that. This is a little mini, I'm trying to look at this at the same time. This is a little mini studio we've got. So this is a project by Robin, who's just left, and she was doing packaging. So if you do anything like packaging or 3D graphics, you can photograph it really nicely with lighting. Just coming over here. Here we have a table where people do practical work such as screen printing, painting, printing of all kind of things, all kinds of sorts. I'll show you some sketchbooks in a minute. Here we've got the wet area and we've got paints. So Sarah was asking, do you have to provide things like this? No, we provide paints, inks, all that kind of thing. If there's anything specialist, you might want to get that yourself, but pretty much we provide everything. Okay, so this is where we have our wet area. This strange contraption here, which looks a bit like a torture chamber, this is where we wash our screen prints. So this is a screen print. Don't know if you can see that. Those experimental ones there on the back wall. A screen print is when you pull ink through one of these screens. These look messy because they've been used so far, but I can talk you through that. I'll show you how to do that. And it's a magical process and it's fantastic to do screen print. Here is another one of our favorite techniques, and this is spray paint. So we have a lot of students doing spray paint backgrounds. So this is our spray booth where it all happens. That's our lovely little balcony. That's where I feed the birds. And there you've got a nice campus. Look at the beautiful trees. Gorgeous. We have such a lovely campus. Right, now this is a kind of sketchbook that you will be working in. I'm trying to do this one-handed. Can you actually see that? Is that working? So this is a kind of sketchbook that you'll be working in. An A3 sketchbook. Okay. And you will either do pages by hand or you might use a printer and print them off. And you'll get print credits. So you'll be able to print things off in any area of the college at all. So this was a lovely little booklet that, again, I'm trying to do this one-handed. What?
Lower, that's it, just a little bit lower.
Oh, a little bit lower.
Beautiful.
There we go. So thank you, Malcolm. So this is Katie's poster, and she did this in the first 6 weeks of the course. So you will learn a lot fast in the first 6 weeks of the course. So this is all about trainers, and we did a really nice project where you end up doing a poster and it folds into a little booklet, and then we also even include animation with that as well. This is an A4 sketchbook, and you will probably start off in the first half term with an A4 sketchbook, just to ease you into it.
Yep, that's good.
Right, just coming around here a little bit. You will do things like screen print, collage, typography. We have loads of different drawing approaches. So this was a drawing exercise we did in the first half term. And we get you to draw with things like your wrong hand. We get you to draw with your eyes closed. I know that might sound a bit odd, but it helps you to really draw and loosen up. We use our printer a lot. We use it as almost like a modern day printing press, so we can change colours. Now, we do use Photoshop a lot. Do not panic if you don't know how to use Photoshop. I would say 99% of people who come on this course don't know how to use Photoshop, and we will teach you everything. So just coming around here, a few more sketchbooks. You can see there you've got some hand-rendered techniques there by Hiba, some drawing. And we like you to try and put your own personality into the projects. So we will encourage you to look at your own interests and get those into the projects. Okay, now I'm just going to go slowly into, oh, I think the lights have just gone off. This is our photography studio, which is next door to graphics and is between graphics and photography. And this is really good because you will do some photography on the graphics course. It might look a bit intimidating. Here is the backdrop where you can photograph people. It might look a bit scary. We will guide you through all this, so do not worry at all. There's all sorts of props that you might need there. Okay, and through here is photography, which some of you may well have just been in. There's photography. So let's just have a quick look at some work on the walls. How are we doing, Malcolm? Is it laggy or is it okay?
You're doing great. Just keep it nice and slow.
Okay. So this is some work that just gives you an idea of the range. We've got graphic design here that uses the students' own photographs, and we've got typography. Here we've got some advertising, and we actually have an advertising workshop. A chap called Kevin has just been in from the University of Central Lancashire and given us an advertising workshop. You see here I said about photographs. So this student did a really nice set of posters, and they used they did some origami birds, which they printed on, and then they photographed them in the studio. So you'll find that there are a lot of different kinds of work that we can do. I'm walking as slowly as possible. I'm going a snail's pace here. So we've got digital graphics, which I know a lot of you are interested in. So these are 3 posters that have just been done by Maddie, and these were all digitally drawn. But if you're not interested in digital and you want to do more hand rendered, hopefully you can see next to it, there's something called The Rainy Year. And that was by Hannah, and she's drawn this all by hand and using cut paper and collage. So it's not all digital. I'm just going to move around here. I know this is going to go a bit faster, but I just want to move around a bit faster. This is where we have all the equipment, so scissors, everything, guillotines. You're going to love the guillotines. They'll be your best friend. And let me just show you some of this work. I'm just going to speed up. There we go. So we've got as well posters here. The one on the left is by Jay, who is joining our foundation course in September. And the one on the right is the Lego one, is by Ben. And he's done an animation for that as part of his poster set as well. We've got posters about Glastonbury, and over there we've got some relating to football and video game design. So we want you to get as much of your own likes into the projects as possible. Right, I'm going to just come and sit back down now so I can show you. Ooh, right. Okay, hello again. I'm now going to share my screen, and I hope this works. Malcolm will tell me if it doesn't. Okay, right. So hopefully you can see in front of you this sixth form blog for graphic design. Yeah, can we see it? Brilliant. When you go onto this on your phones, folks, you may not see all the tabs. So you will have to just scroll along till you see the tab which is for you, which says New Starters September 2021. So this is your tab. And if you go on here, if you missed the studio walkthrough then, or it was a bit laggy, I've done a little video there. So if you click on the links in yellow, those are all links to videos. That will be on our YouTube channel, and it's just a little 1 minute sort of presentation of what the studio looks like. The good thing about that is it's got students working in the classroom, so you'll actually be able to see students in here. If you want to have a more look at a sketchbook, there's another one here, and I've shown Katie's sketchbook, the one we've just looked at. There's a full flick through a sketchbook as well. If you wanted to have a look at our department video, again, that's here. And also, if you want to have a look at some more work, all the artwork for last year and this year is all on the Flickr, our Flickr channel. Is it a channel? Do we call it a channel? Website? So Malcolm will be able to put that in the chat for you. So you'll be able to see all the work in real detail that's been produced this year, and you can get a real flavour of the kind of work that we produce. Hopefully you can see that it's very, very varied. We do a lot of different kind of graphics. So you'll have everything from digital design to hand rendered to animation. We've got comic book art there. This was a wonderful animation that Jake did all about the online abuse that people like Rashford and Sterling experience. Beautiful, beautiful animations. Packaging there, more work here. This was lovely. This was a really nice piece by Joe Walsh, who was one of our students. And he made this into a comic book, and this is he's actually in his own comic book. Oh, we're going, there we go. So it's a 2-year course. In the first year, we will give you lots and lots of skills. It's going to be about skill building, throwing loads of different ideas at you and getting you to have a wide range in what is graphic design. Hopefully you'll get a really nice idea here of the different variety of work we do. Okay, back to the blog. On the blog, you'll also have lots of links to, there's the Flickr link. You've got my email, so if you do want to email me over summer, that's fine. If you're anxious or you're getting worried or you've just got a question that you can't think of today, that's fine. Go on the blog and use my email. We also have an Instagram, which will be really good if you could all follow, because on there we put links to things like competitions. This was a workshop the students did recently, where a gallery in London came to talk to us. We've got Erin and I wearing sombreros. I mean, of course, why not? But there's lots of things like photo competitions. There's examples of the work that we do. And hopefully that will keep you in touch with us. Oh, there, it wants me to log in. So that's the graphics Instagram. Now, you probably have been sent in your email a link to a transition document. I don't know if you've been sent that. Hopefully, if you can look back through your emails, and this is the work that we'd quite like you to do over summer in readiness for the course. Please do not panic about this. It is not a test. It's not an assessment. It's just to get you into the way of the course and to keep you creative over summer. I found that when you download this document, it looks quite scary because it's 60 pages. But what you need to do is just download it and then move to the page where your subject is. So that will be graphic design. And it's got a number of different things for you to do. But to make it easier for you, I have put it on the blog. So I put here is the summer task for you. So if you're not sure, go on the blog and the summer task will be there. Hopefully it'll leap into life now. And I'm just going to go through this to give you an idea of what it is. Is it going to load? Will it load? I'll just close a few of my tabs and then. Yay! Phew. Okay. So the little task I would like you to do is this. I'd like you to look at what graphic design is. So I want you to imagine that you're going to an exhibition of the best posters from graphic design. This has got the best posters and people will come in and go, oh my goodness, that's amazing. That's what graphic design is. So what I want you to do is choose what goes in that exhibition. And I want you to pick 8 posters that you think are fantastic. They can be absolutely anything. As long as they are graphic design, they can be absolutely anything. I've given you a link here, which is the Pinterest link. So we all have a Pinterest board, and this is the graphics board, and there's a link there to poster design. If you're not sure what poster design is, you can look at that link, have a look at the boards, and it will give you an idea of what graphic design poster design is. But you can choose them from anywhere. Choose 8 posters. Try and think of a range. So don't choose all 20th century or 21st century. Maybe look at ones even from 1890s, 1920s, 1950s. Think about some modern ones as well. And then I would like you to write a little couple of sentences next to each poster about why you like the poster. And there's an example there for you. You can do this by hand. You can cut the posters out and put them on paper and write next to them on paper. If you want to do it digitally, you can do it in Word or PowerPoint, whichever you like. And keep that and bring it to us in September, please. And my email again is on the bottom there. So if you want to email me, that's no problem at all. I'm just going to, how do I stop sharing my screen? I can't remember how to do this now. How do I stop sharing options? There we go. Have I stopped sharing? Right, okay. So it's a 2-year course. You will cover loads and loads and loads of experimental stuff. We do a lot of playing. Like in all the art subjects, we do an awful lot of playing. You will experiment with some techniques that you are unfamiliar with. Some of you may have done them in GCSE. It does not matter if you have done GCSE art or not. I don't mind. What I do want you to come with is enthusiasm and an open mind. All the equipment we can give to you when you're here. And as I said, with the sketchbooks, we will sell you them at a much, much reduced rate. So an A4 sketchbook is £2, and I think an A3 one is £3.50. I think I'm right in saying that. So over summer, what I would like you to do is have a go at this little task. If you're not sure, don't worry, we can talk about it in enrolment with you as well. Enrolment will be in August, and you should have all had an email to tell you when your enrolment time is. So double check your emails and make sure you make a note of that time. All you need to bring with you in terms of artwork for the enrolment is yourself. You don't need to bring folders to show us. If you want to, that's okay, but you don't need to. Are there any questions about the course so far? Not sure. So I'd like you to look at the blog and look at the induction task. I would like you to join me on Instagram. That would be really good to see you. Have a look back. I'll put the link to this video. I'll put it on the blog. So if it's gone a bit laggy and it's gone a bit horribly techy, you can watch that again. And what's the other thing I was going to say? I will keep putting some stuff on the blog over summer because there's lots of exhibitions going on in summer as well, and you might find that you want to go out and about into Manchester as well. Emily, great question. When you've done the task, all you need to do, Emily's asking when we've done the task, who do you send it to? Nobody, just keep it. And when you're in for your first lesson, I will talk you through that, what we're going to do. So you don't need to do anything with the task. I just want you to do it over summer, keep it, and I'll talk you through it in your first lesson. So the next stages for Ashton Sixth Form are, if you've got any questions, please email any of the staff here. That's not a problem at all. You will have an induction. No, you won't. You'll have an enrolment in late August. When you have an enrolment, you will be given the date to come back in again. And that will be probably about September the 8th, I think you will come in for your taster day. And then we'll start lessons most likely on the 13th of September. We hope that we're going to see you all physically in the classroom. We hope it's all going to be done and dusted. We've managed really, really well this year as a college. We've managed to keep all our students in as much as possible, and it's been really helpful. So we really look forward to seeing you in September. Just remember as well, if your results don't go quite the way you think they should have done, if you don't quite get the results you need, please come to enrolment anyway, and we will chat about it, because it's you that matters, and we can usually find a way through. So if you're worried about your results and you don't get the results you want, let us know, still come to induction, and we will talk you through it. Okay, any final questions before I finish? Hopefully that video wasn't too fast. Yeah, oh, thanks, Malcolm. Choose life, choose graphics. Absolutely. Yeah. And have a great summer, everybody. Okay. Thank you, folks. Bye-bye.